Stephen is an older man himself, living with his elderly mother on their own, and so therefore one of the pressing issues confronting Stephen's life is, what's he going to do into the future? And so therefore finding an alternative to work is one piece of the jigsaw puzzle that needs to be solved for Stephen into the future. And initially I had a discussion at Stephen's home with Stephen and his mother, and it was just simply, tell me about yourself, tell me about your life. How long have you worked at the factory at Marrickville?
I've been coming up to 40 years.
40 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
40 years in November.
Are there some things that you think that you might like to do into the future if you didn't work? And we use that as a starting point.
Stephen's always been interested in history, the local history of the area. Yeah. And several years ago now, when we were on a harbour cruise just before Christmas one year, we went right round the harbour. We started near the Opera House, and I always thought that I knew a reasonable amount about those things. And as I listened to Stephen, I learned to keep quiet because he knew more than I did. Wow. And he was telling everybody on the cruise.
We found the Coal Loader Garden for Stephen, and the fantastic thing about the Coal Loader Garden is it's an old historic site within Sydney Harbour that North Sydney Council are restoring. There's potential there for Stephen to not only get involved in the garden but actually get involved in other projects as they evolve over time. So it kind of ticked the box in that it fulfilled his interest in local history, and as it turns out he also likes gardening.
How are you? This group comes together once a week on a Wednesday morning and to garden basically, and we have people with different levels of skill, some people very experienced and some people like myself on a learning curve, and it's a great place to learn gardening skills and also to share a common interest, and at the end of the day you get to take away a bit of produce.
Thanks, Steve.
Oh, Stephen's great because he'll do pretty well, anything that needs doing.
That's good.
We might do some composting, weeding, just general tidying up of the garden, watering. What other jobs are? Look after the worm farm. And we've just got some chickens in, so that's something we'll be adding to our Wednesday morning duty list.
I find it really good going there.
What do you do when you're there?
I've been doing watering and sweeping.
You've done the composting. We're deliberately looking at non-disability specific groups, so that is mainstream community or volunteer groups, and the reason that we look at those kind of groups is that people without a disability who retire also tend to do volunteer work or join a local community group. So the main aim behind that, I guess, is to looking at increasing community capacity to engage people with disabilities, but also from the person with a disabilities perspective, it's about social inclusion.
I think it's an excellent scheme because he's at a stage in his life now where he's in transition, and that's difficult for everybody. I went through that myself a year ago, and it's really good to be able to come into a community that is open and welcoming, where you can learn new skills. And the important thing I think about it is that it gives a bit of structure to your life. It's Wednesday, so Wednesday's gardening day.
He seems to look forward to Wednesdays, and it's something that's quite apparent. On Wednesday he's always bright and looking forward to what he's doing, and also he doesn't have to get up quite as early. And in colder months it's a bit of a chore to do that.
It's an absolute pleasure because he is so kind of keen and ready to learn.
After the first few weeks, I noticed that he was communicating a lot better, and yeah, he was more open with everyone, and he's just fitted in really, really well.
Stephen's an absolute joy. He comes in here and he always has a big smile and he's so positive and uplifting.
I've enjoyed watching some of the group members, seeing the nurturing side of them, because I find that they like to take care and make sure Stephen's got something to do and he's enjoying doing it. It's been really nice to see that come out in different members of the group.
Morning ladies, how are you? Very well, yes. They understood what we were asking of them as mentors and they just took to it naturally.
Oh, hello, Steve. Oh, you've got me some veggies. Lovely, thank you. Since his brother died, I've had a lot of looking for things that Stephen could be not only involved in, but that he would be able to do if anything happened to me. That's lovely. Okay. It was good when he can do this because it's healthy, it's exercise, it's outdoor work, and I feel very happy for him to be doing it.
I find it harder of getting away from what they work.
So as he continues to get older and transitions towards his eventual retirement, Stephen has, a concrete idea that, hang on, there are some other things I can do instead of going to work.
If Stephen likes it, I'm sure others would too.